The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan, making Gunpla isn't about strength. It's about love and happiness.
Shall we play a game?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another entry into the Nude Clan podcast. I am your host, Caleb Schweiss.
Caleb Craig.
And not Caleb.
And today, apparently, we're reviewing new Gundam Breaker. Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
New
Gundam Breaker.
I just can't wrap my head around that name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's annoying.
You wouldn't be able to wrap your head around anything in that game.
Oh, really?
It's a game.
Did it
be a game?
Did it give you your little fix, your hit for your mech?
No.
No.
No, not at all.
We're gonna talk about it, and it will be fun.
Because that's like Cameron's low key addiction. It's like me with I only smoke when I drink a lot. It's like Cameron's like I only need a Gundam every time I get like sloshed. It's like, I don't know, where's my fucking mech?
Where's
to
my
build a
mech,
kit every
mech
time.
robot fighting game?
I need to balance.
There's still a
sides.
gaping hole in this lucrative industry after Armored Core games. Like,
yeah,
what's gonna fill that hole? The Armored Core series left.
Apparently, the Ender Zone or whatever. What is it? The
Zone of the Enders.
Zone of the Enders. Yeah, I'm like I always try to say Ender's Game and like mix those two up because those are two things I've never experienced. So I have to just like end with a Z somewhere. Yeah. So those are supposed to be really good. Zone of the Enders.
Zone of the Enders.
Yeah. Like,
can you tell me more about that, Caleb Craig? Know anything about that?
I know a little bit. It's a like hack and slash robot game, but as far as I know, they only are on PS3. They have like a VR one for like the second game, I believe, that they put out on PS4. But I haven't played any of them. I have the collection on PS3, but I haven't.
So there is
played it
no
yet.
new mech fighting game.
No.
I thought there was a second one though.
There's like a few of them that are on PS3, but there's like,
and then it sounds like it's a hack and
Mars
slash
Second
game,
Runner or something
which
like
is
that.
not what Armored Core is.
That's on PS4, but it's a VR game. I mean, you could probably play it out of VR, but that's what it's for.
Yeah, PlayStation 2.
PS4 as well.
What?
Well, yeah, they just remastered it for like the VR. That's what I was talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard those are really good. I don't know. I feel like I saw that the first one was on PS4 as well. But maybe I'm crazy.
The only one that I know of is that Mars Second Runner or whatever.
I've heard they're really good though.
Yeah,
but that's
Jake
all I
tells me they're really good, but I haven't played them yet.
That's all I know about mech games. And it's weird. There hasn't been an Armored Core for a really long time.
No, like
the last one was Verdict Day,
and Armored Core really has done it the best. They really did.
God,
it
fucking Christ! What about the rock paper scissors one that like was the Cartoon Network game like years and years ago?
That Gundam game.
Yeah, you remember that, right?
Yeah.
It was like laser shotgun.
It was literally just rock paper scissors, though.
Laser shotgun sword.
Yeah,
and you had like your little dudes on the like isometric plane.
On the grid. Yeah,
and you would just like it was like chess for
it
retards.
was like a weird RPG. Rock, paper, scissors game.
Yeah, and you had health and shit, and you'd have to like go and like fight them multiple times, and that was sweet. I played the shit out of that thing.
It was pretty cool.
It wasn't as cool as the. Oh man, did you guys ever play the like trick or treat games on online, like the one that like UNICEF had?
No.
Oh, dude, I fucking obsessed over that game for so long. You just like go and the whole objective is to like hit every house and collect all the candy. Like I loved that.
So Costume Quest.
Yeah, it's Costume Quest, but
Not as
bigger.
good as Costume Quest.
not as good either. And I get that's what happens when you can't trick or treat anymore when you're like
You know what else
14.
hasn't had a game in a while? Fucking Costume Quest. Where's Costume Quest 3?
I don't
but-
know.
That should have come out last year.
But we're talking about giant robots.
Yeah, not
There's
candy
a giant
corns.
robot costume in Costume
And
Quest.
Costume Quest is just about trick or treating. There's a huge disconnect. And like
Yeah.
like you know how
Yeah, there's a giant
how many
robot
people want to
costume.
play video games of trick or treating versus who wants to fight as fucking
I gotta tell you
giant
though,
robots.
Costume Quest is easily the best game about trick or treating that there is.
okay.
Yeah.
Probably the only one. But
Yeah.
it's also the best.
No, it's like there's just this
Except
huge
for two.
market that's open
2's not as good.
for someone really to come in there and make this awesome, fantastic giant robot mech fighting game with amazing controls, awesome physics, a game that
Customization.
doesn't crash. Customization is key.
Yeah, it really is.
We need tons of different parts to choose from, and balancing, and color customization options.
Yeah.
Damn it, man. I still can't believe, like, I listened to that episode again recently, and I cannot believe that it only took me like 4 hours to finish that fucking game.
All you gotta do is do those fucking short missions, man. It's
It's
not
like,
that
what the
unbelievable.
fuck?
You did not play the route that I took my character, like the evil route. That gets real fucking hard to win.
Yeah, the last little bit was tough. Not as tough as the 1 frame a second level. That was
If you thought
maddening.
that was bad, you should play the evil route. And then I never actually beat it because you get to that one part at the end where you have to fight off 4 of the good guys at one time. One of them's like the middle good, not bad, but you just slaughtered billions of people. So like, well, we got to end this dude. Everyone gangs together, and you have to fight them all off at the same time. My strategy to go through that at that point had been to 100% armor up and just use the Gatling cannons because those are fucking overpowered when it comes to taking out enemy mechs.
Yeah.
Just because you can just keep fucking unloading ammo into them. And they die. But not when there's 4 of them all flying around. You only have enough for like 1 or 2 of them. And then if you're super armored and heavy, they just keep beating on you until you're dead. And then I try to white glint it too, but white glint's a piece of tissue paper.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
only really fast.
It's-
I still don't know the most effective way to get through that part.
So, I mean, you guys are clearly passionate about this.
Yeah, giant
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
robots. I mean, you can love giant fucking robots as a normal American citizen, and you can love giant fucking robots as someone who appreciates more of anime stuff. Because you got your Gundams, but then you
Yeah.
also got your Jaegers. terrible Jaegers, but and there's a fascination, of giant robots.
Yeah,
all over
Jaegers
the
are
board.
just
Gotta
deer.
love the robot.
And then you also have Titans or whatever.
Yeah.
Giant mechs and giant fucking walking robots to fight.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful, man.
Yeah.
There's a pull to the giant robots.
I do admit there's more in the anime culture than there are otherwise, but that's
Yeah.
something I enjoy. I enjoy fucking large robots.
Yeah, you do.
I'm sorry you guys had to find out
Wow.
this way.
Kind of sex robots.
Yeah, they gotta be able to crush those.
I imagine you top.
And see, this is where New Gundam Breaker really fails to bring it because they're not large robots.
Yeah, they're really
they're
fucking
very
tiny.
small, very small, figure size robots.
Yeah, they're like 5 inches tall.
Yeah,
I guess Jaeger just means hunter.
Yeah, that's exactly
I always
what
thought it was
is.
deer. Yeah, that makes sense for a Gundam thing, yeah.
Did you think it was deer because on a bottle of Jaeger there's generally like a deer on it?
You
I
know,
think so.
Jägermeister means master hunter.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, Deer Master
comes
is pretty
full,
sweet.
Full circle.
Master of the Deer, that'd be pretty bitchin'.
It's just this fucking alcoholic Snow White or who? No, who's it? Which Disney princess is it the one that gets all the animals on her side?
Yeah, it's Snow
all
White.
Of them?
True.
Snow White, Aurora does
Just
it
this
too,
fucking
kinda.
drunk
Cinderella.
Disney prince who fucking yells at deer, and they're all on his side. He's the deer master.
That's right. Yeah,
He's the Pied Piper of deer.
that's a much better thing to summon.
His ultimate deer is just a moose.
Yeah, he doesn't even belong here. He's the boss, the final boss. Before you get to me.
But yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, we'll talk about that. And yeah, it would be interesting to see if they come out with a modern one. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to play online and
Well,
stuff.
From
See how it is.
Software is still working on something secret, and I'm really still holding out some hope that it's just Armor Core
Sure, it's
6.
not the Elden Rings. Is it still something secret beyond that?
Yeah, they had multiple games that they were working on, and they revealed one of them, and that was Elden Rings.
Super excited to see how that
So
goes.
there's still a possibility.
Super excited to get to the end of that and be like, oh, shitty.
Damn it.
Gay.
I mean they had us in the first half. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, first half I was coming in my pants, but yeah, that ending, Jesus Christ. Fucking thanks.
I think he's
They
only
had to-
helping with
they had to
like,
go
the
on to a
world
different
building.
game.
I don't think he's doing like the actual story.
Well, there's not going to be any story. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's true.
It's from software here.
It's a different Dark Souls clone, so yeah.
It's going to be things you can infer. It's nothing that's told to you.
There's gonna be like a red wedding in the background, and you just kind of have to like guess that it happened.
Yeah. It's the item description. This fork was found lodged into someone during the red wedding. Like, wow, that's disgusting. Okay, thank you. Cool, yeah. Well, I'm excited to hear your guys' opinions on this. When did this game come out?
I think it came out last year,
Oh, wow, so it's kind of newer. Okay.
like the beginning of last year, or the end of like the year
17.
before. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So cool. Yeah, we'll get into that. Yeah. So what have you guys been playing?
Let's see. I've been playing some 50 Cent, and
Which 50 Cent game? No, there's two.
the only one that I have to play, which is
You
Blood
keep
on
going
the Sand.
back and forth between have to play or this game's awesome.
I've never said that it's awesome.
He thought.
I need to go
I've
through
never
some of those comments.
once said that the game
And
was awesome.
I have to look at some of your choice of words back when you found out about taunts.
I said that the game taunts me and wants me to enjoy it, but I never said that it was awesome.
I think it's pretty sweet.
You
Well,
haven't
I
even
saw.
played it.
Well, I saw you play it though.
You did watch me play it for like
I
3
think the
hours.
game's pretty sweet. Yeah, just sit down. Don't even go. You haven't
You don't,
played
even,
it.
you don't even fucking know yet. Although the grenade throwing is pretty sweet, I will admit that.
Yeah, just a baseball
Dude,
pitcher.
like there's a fucking tank that just like comes out, and I looked at it and I was like, oh shit, how am I gonna fucking destroy a tank? I just like lobbed fucking 3 grenades. He's like, and it goes directly at it, like practically up the barrel, and it just like fucking destroys the thing. And I was like, oh well, that was easy.
It's like Tom Hanks at the end of Saving Private Ryan. He's like shooting the tank, and then the airstrike just fucking blows it up. It's pretty sweet. He's just like, oh man, I took it out with my 45, bitch it, and then he dies. Spoilers.
Anyway,
Everybody fucking dies.
Yeah, everybody does. So yeah, 50 cents.
Okay.
Played some
50 cents?
Yeah, 50 cents.
Oh, okay.
Played some Final Fantasy VIII Remaster and some No Man's Sky.
Oh, nice. Weren't you guys playing that together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Is it better than it was?
Yes. And Cam and I have become millionaires in it.
Oh,
and it's
nice.
amazing.
Which is nothing to brag about when things in the game cost hundreds of
we're
millions.
exploiting the economy.
Good.
I mean, just as
it's
any
fucking beautiful.
any good trader would.
Yeah, dude.
You gotta exploit the Gundam for games.
Dude, I'm doing it with gold now too, but it's harder to find people who sell gold in this fucking solar system that I'm in.
I've grown past measly gold and fucking cobalt and
I know,
ionized
you're
cobalt.
you're what? You're not using the ionized now?
No, I moved past that to a much more lucrative business.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Storm crystals.
Oh, you found a way to get a shitload?
I mean, I live on a planet where there's a shitload of them.
That's true.
And so every
What's the
run
maximum stack? Like 15?
on your person, 5.
Five?
On the ship, on the freighter, 10. Just gotta switch your inventory around a little bit, pull a whole bunch into your inventory, and you make. If you fill up your freighter and you go back and forth and sell it a few times, each time you go sell a few stacks, you're coming away with at least 10
How many
million.
slots does your freighter have?
A few.
How
A lot more than
many is a few?
a lot more than my ship and myself.
How many is a few?
I'll go count it later. I don't know.
I want one that has like a shitload. Do you
Just
get the
gotta wait
fleet?
for the S-class.
When you buy a freighter, does it give you the fleet too?
Yeah. I mean, the one I had one chip to come with
Yes.
it. That came with it. So
I want to buy one that has like a fleet, like a massive fucking fleet.
I don't know if it'll come with a huge, massive fleet.
Well,
it'll come
there's
with at
one
least
that I
one.
could buy that has like that had a fleet of like 35.
And then you can pick up others along the way, and you send them out on missions and stuff like that. And each ship is better geared. Each little freighter that comes with your capital ship has little things that they specialize in more. So you can send them on appropriate missions and stuff.
I need a freighter.
And watch them fucking fail, because that's all they fucking do.
Dude, I'm
They don't even bring back a lot of money either. It's like I can make more money by myself. Anyways,
I'm up to 35 million.
I'm already on to bigger and better things than storm crystals even. Because with storm crystals, you still have to roam around a planet picking them up. Even if they're just all over the place, you still physically have to go do that. I'm gonna find a perfect place to farm, and I think I know what I want to do.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna set up a mining depot, farm the shit out of a mineral, and sell it for tens of millions at a time.
I found that treasure, that buried treasure,
Yeah,
and it's worth 800,000
Child's play.
units.
fucking worthless.
I want to see if we can duplicate it.
No,
No, we need to
See,
duplicate it.
gaming the
create
economy.
a fucking
Gaming the
stack.
economy is okay because that's real life. Duplicating
need-
items is cheating.
But I need it.
No,
Cam.
no,
We
just
could be
just
billionaires.
become a mining tycoon like me.
We could be billionaires.
Become a
Cam.
mining tycoon like I'm doing, and then you can just play the fucking game, and then get nanites too because you need to fucking find that Stargate.
Yeah, no, I got like 3 of the glyphs now.
I have like 10 of the glyphs. So
Fuck
far.
you.
No idea what you're talking about.
Yeah,
They added the Stargate to the game.
Oh, that's cool.
Dude, honestly, the game is basically like Star Trek, Star Wars, and Stargate all rolled into one with like mixed levels of each game's or each media's technology.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. What about you, Cameron? What have you been up to?
Well, obviously, No Man's Sky. Spent a decent amount of time in that game this week, and I feel like it does deserve a new opinion on it from its initial release.
Yeah, they added a
But-
completely new story and a
but-
shitload of extra stuff.
I have to play the new story. I have to actually go through it and find out how I feel about it. But is it everything that was promised? Is it still a little boring? We'll have to discover that as we play it and possibly give it a review.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I need to get me a freighter. I need one bad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, feel free to do that when you feel like you've done enough to do it.
And then I also played new Gundam Breaker.
Yeah. Clearly. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I played a bunch of stuff for not a lot of time this week. So I played like 10 minutes, 20 minutes of Chocobo's Dungeon Everybody because I was like, yeah, I kind of want to get some trophies. I'm feeling like getting some trophies. So I go in there, go into a boss fight, underestimate the boss, die, and I'm like, yeah, let's not play this right now. I'm gonna quit. And then I also started World of Final Fantasy, the last Final Fantasy game for Ultima Final Fantasy's weekly podcast.
How you feeling about
I
that?
really, really hate the creature that rests on my head. I hate
Tama?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So annoying.
You mean really the annoying?
Yeah. Really the worst. I fucking hate that. The voice acting is pretty bad.
There's a reason a lot of people told you to play that in Japanese. It doesn't get that much better, mostly because you don't understand it, but it's still there.
Yeah, so I played the first 30 minutes of that, got to the first save point and quit. That's going to be a rough one to
So
get.
you've only played it for half an hour?
Yeah.
So you don't know yet that it's literally just Cyber Sleuth again?
No, not yet.
Okay. I'll let you figure that out.
I'll work and get the plat though. It's 80 hours is the estimated time.
Yeah, dude, you gotta get every single one of the Mirages.
Every Mirage does have the same.
Every Mirage.
Everybody.
Yeah,
Mirage.
I almost got everybody, but I am not close to every Mirage. So I played those two for a second. I started up FF8's remaster accidentally because I downloaded it, but I'm ready to play that, just not ready now. I played Resident Evil Outbreak File 2. Ran through a couple levels online. It was a lot of fun. I was streaming and I got raided by a guy who was playing it earlier, and a bunch of those people were watching, hanging out, and then a couple of them joined the playthrough on the level we were on. So that was a lot of fun. That game's fun on PC. You guys should download it. It's a good time. It doesn't take much.
I've been telling you to send me the link to the place where you download that shit.
But will Cameron do it?
I don't know.
4 people online, man. It's pretty sweet. It's a good time, Cameron, I'm telling you. So I played a little bit of that. But actually, a few hours of that. It was a good chunk of time. And then I also played Siphon Filter 3. Right? So I've got Siphon Filter 3 and Siphon Filter Omega Strain. Those are the last 2 Siphon Filter games that I haven't completed yet. So I worked on that quite a bit, actually, this week. And I feel like that's probably it. I might have played a little bit of Outbreak File 1. But I don't know. I was kind of I know I have to do certain games, like the World of Final Fantasy, but I just didn't want to play it. So I just kind of messed around with other stuff and procrastinated on that a little bit. But I'm going to have to finish that up in the next, month. So I've got a lot of time, but, not enjoying it so far at all. But, That's how it goes. So, we know what everyone's been up to this week. Has anyone beaten a game this week?
Nope.
Yes.
Ho ho. All right, what'd you do?
New Gundam Breaker.
New Gundam Breaker. All right. Good work. Put you at 12, Cameron. I'm really proud.
New Gundam Buddy.
That's right, yeah. I finished Siphon Filter 3, baby. Oh, yeah. Not as good as 2 and 1. Actually, this might be the worst one I played so far, but it still was kind of fun. It still had some pretty good
Were they
moments.
all released for the PlayStation 1?
The first 3 were. The
Okay.
first 3 were PS1. Omega Strain was PS2. Logan's Shadow and Dark Mirror were PSP, but they were later ported to PS2. And that's it. Because it ends very much so at the end of Logan's Shadow, which is fucking bullshit. But, whatever. They told them they didn't want to make any more because they weren't making enough money, so they were like, fine, fuck it. Just fucking kill the guy then. It's over. How about that? Suck it. It's fucking just done. It's sad. It's sad. Need more. But I also forgot to add 4 Heroes of Light before for some reason. I was looking at my list, and I like to check my list versus what I have on Hogib, and I was one off, and I was like, what? And I went through, and I found out, there's Mystic Quest on here, and there's Explorers, but there was a really long, brutal game in between those two that I just forgot to add, which was 4 Heroes of Light. So, Nude Clan Hog for the hosts is as follows. Caleb Craig, first place, 33. I'm in second with 27. Cameron, third with 12. So you're almost 3 times Cameron.
Nice.
But will you get there?
I don't know. He's gonna have some games coming up.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't finish 50 Cent. I mean, I feel like he played most of it on my couch.
There's a level that I'm on right now that's really annoying. So
I'm gonna play that.
I've only played it a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to plow
hold
through
them
that.
up a little bit.
After I beat that level, I'll beat the game.
I'm gonna play it on hard and try to get all the collectibles.
That is a horrible idea.
Dude, I think it's a great idea.
That is a horrible idea. Do not do that.
I'm so pumped.
Do not do that.
I'm so pumped.
There's no reason to either. It's not like you're going to get a trophy. No, there's fucking trophies.
There are trophies in the Japanese one. And it's waiting for me at the post office. No platinum. It's unattainable.
Dude, it's not a good enough game to be playing it on hard. You're going to hate yourself.
That's fine. I'm going to stream it too. So, guys, 50 Cent Blood on the Sand stream from Schweiss will be, let's say...
You're not going to get the golds, man. You're not going to get... There's no point. Don't do it.
No, don't do it.
Let's say Monday night or Tuesday night. So keep an eye out for that. I'll probably play some Outbreak one of those nights too. Just for good measure.
I think it's a mistake. I'm not going to get enough points per level to get the fucking gold.
You told me that playing Uncharted was a mistake, and I don't think it was. I don't think it was that bad of a mistake.
It was.
It's a good time still. I had fun. I had a good time. All right, so yeah, Craig, we got a question or anything? We good?
I can check. It's a review though, and we don't normally do questions. So.
Yeah. I think we got time though. I'll pull up the Discord and we can. God damn it! I clicked on an ad. Fucking no.
You bitch.
Oh, motherfucker.
Okay, we actually do have one. It's from Thermination. He says, "Hello, King Hog, Caleb, and Cameron Wilson. What is your favorite Caleb Schweiss quote or rant?"
Oh, okay. This is a fun one.
Is it a fun one?
Yeah, I don't get to speak.
This is
but
fucking. I don't know why he's asking us.
Huh.
I mean, I can think of what I think.
I don't know if I could separate any of them. They kind of just roll together, you know? They're all kind of just the same rant, just like different parts.
I don't know about that.
And yeah, I guess there's more or less there's episodic rants that he goes through. Definitely like a series of things.
They're like a lot of his rants are like
Joe's rants just ran into like it's just one. He's just unhappy about things.
yeah, but Schweiss's have like
Maybe
other part of his like some of his rants could be considered parts of his other rants, like the Costco eggs thing.
Yeah,
could
I
be
was
part
thinking
of his
about that.
like fucking like economy rants and fucking other shit.
Econo egg.
Yeah, not at Costco.
They're just like they're like genres.
The Econo eggs are
Schweiss
elsewhere.
rant.
Yeah.
It's like 4 rants that are ongoing.
So the things that I've laughed at myself the most.
Laugh at yourself.
Yeah. The best one was the
He records his own jokes later so you can laugh at them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's practically
New
what
levels
this
of
is.
laughing at your own jokes.
Yeah.
That is what Nude Clan tends to be. Yeah,
For you.
for me. Yeah. You guys are pretty good too, though. I mean, you guys are fine.
You guys are okay.
Yeah.
You guys are fun.
It's good. It's good. I really liked the give him to the guns thing. It's one of my more delirious ones. That one belongs on a T-shirt. I think. And then the maple syrup one I thought was pretty good. I think you guys probably
Is
like
that even
one.
a rant, though?
No, it's a story.
It's not even a rant.
Yeah, that's just a life story. I don't know. I feel like if I were to pick Caleb's favorite rant of mine,
You're picking my favorite of yours.
yeah, maybe I don't know, man. I don't know. There've been so many.
Yeah. What would you say? Tell everybody what you think our favorites of your things are, because there's no way we can pick because they're all the same, right?
I think Cameron liked the. I don't fucking know. Whatever. This is like a.
He has an idea, but then he's like, "No, I don't really know."
It's kind of a weird question.
I mean, I just can't sit here and just think of all of his rants he's ever had.
The HOA one was good. I guess.
Was good.
Yeah.
I don't really think it's that great because I had to experience it, but whatever. Those guys.
Yeah, that's why the vanilla rant is very, very good for me. I had to experience that.
That one's so beautiful,
and it's everybody's favorite.
See,
for some
if
fuck
we were to
off reason.
Pick favorite rants. Definitely Vanilla Ice.
Yeah. Vanilla Ice was a good one. Anything from the Kit Craig's Bounty Hunter thing was good. All of our stuff on that one was great.
I don't go on very many rants anymore, but back during the Sarah and Cody Chronicles,
yeah,
those were the times to rant.
Those were good. Man, that was a good time.
Scode.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have nothing really to rant at anymore. Besides video games.
Yeah. That's a tough question because then it assumes that we remember all of them, and there's so many.
I can only think of the eggs right now.
So many complaints.
Maybe some of the post office. Every now and then he'll make a comment about something little, you're like, think there's something more going on inside, and you just kind of want to bring it out of him, just like his prison sex comments. And
hey, I asked a guy at work, and he said he can see why taking it would be more gay. But I told him that I associate it with being submissive, which is generally more of a female trait because they're more agreeable, so they don't take charge as often. Hey, it's statistically true.
Slippery slope.
If you don't like it, go fuck yourself. I'm sorry that I refuse to adhere to what you believe in rather than what's actually true. Yeah, that could be one right there.
Yeah,
that could be your new favorite one.
There you go.
Men and women are different. Boom, suck it.
That's what, part 4 of another one?
Part 4 of prison sex. Yeah. But he was he didn't know for sure though. He didn't know the real answer. So I feel like most people don't know.
Wait, was the person you were asking gay?
Yeah, he was. Of course he was. Yeah.
Because it wouldn't make much sense.
I only have one more gay person at work that I could ask.
No, but we already asked our gay expert though, and he said it was more gay to bust in somebody's mouth.
Yeah, well, yeah, I feel like that's a universal fact. So that we can't really, because all of us would agree to that. Drinking, swallowing someone else's seed is probably the gayest thing you could. That's probably the gayest thing in the world.
He just jumped straight to swallowing. He's got a chugging champ over here.
Yeah.
Chugging the seed.
Hell yeah. Just especially if it's real thick and it just slowly slides down your throat. You can just feel it working its way to your little tummy down there. Just fucking slithering down.
I just tried to think of a word that combines Slurpee and sperm, and I couldn't do it with any satisfaction. You can't do it.
Slurmy.
Yeah.
Slurmy is close. Because it's slimy and sperm. Slurmpy? I don't know. No, that just sounds nasty.
Yeah, there's no word that's that really satisfies the need for those two things to be combined.
Yeah. There is kind of no need, though, to be fair.
Yeah, there's definitely no need, but...
All right, well, that was a rigged question. But thank you for asking it anyways.
Yeah, did you bribe him to ask it or something?
No, I just...
What's your favorite thing about your co-host?
You guys should re-listen to the old episodes, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
the
lot
golden
of fun.
age.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun in those early ones.
Yeah, somebody should gather up all of Schweiss's rants and then put them in the order that they belong in.
The chronological rant order.
Then we can have a psychiatrist listen to them.
I don't know if they're not even chronological. Some of them are the beginnings of ones that you've already done.
That's true.
Listen to this guy rant and tell us what's going on.
Is there anything wrong here?
Not necessarily wrong, just what's going on. What's happening.
Yeah. You get it psychoanalyzed.
Yeah,
Does he work for the post office?
yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Check. Has he gone postal yet? No. Soon.
I mean, signs.
Imminent.
Signs are there.
yeah, it's always imminent. I like the one that someone put. Oh man, they put it was like a picture of me. It was my like sexy country album picture, and it was like it was of me, and it was like a deranged like rage rant about like I put my headphones in and like just don't fucking talk to me, like I got the headphones in and just leave me alone, like this is for your safety, not mine. Something like that. And it sounded like a Trump thing. Like it sounded just so disjointed and just like crazy, like 7 thoughts combined into one. And I can't remember who did it, but I saw it. They tweeted it to me, and I was like fucking dying. I was like, "Oh my god, that is beautiful."
Is that me? I feel like I'm gonna fucking lose it. At any
Yeah, I sound like an insane person right there. Like all the screws are loose. You know, it was so fucking funny. God, I was
just hear him playing it around in there, man.
yeah,
So disjointed and just violent.
yeah. It's just such anger. Shit, I wonder if I could find that thing while we're kind of going along. I'll look for it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about this game. New Gundam Breaker. Got the trailer ready. Let's do it. Unreal Engine. Oh my god. Man, that song like made me anxious in the beginning. That's not right.
That trailer is extremely misleading.
Is it?
Yeah. You know, that song though too, actually, it's probably like the best part of the whole game. Definitely not made for the game itself.
Yeah, that seemed a little bit
That
off.
seems a little more Persona 5 if you ask me.
No, not really. Persona 5 is more jazzy.
It could go into a Persona type game.
Maybe, yeah.
The song itself
Maybe
is not
one of
bad.
the like spin-off things, or the dancing all night.
You know, one thing I wish that it should have it. Why can't I find it? There we go. Just had to go there. Oh, fuck.
What?
I was just going to the PlayStation messages just so I could show Schweiss the picture of my Gundam that I made for the game.
I told you, there's like a fucking.
I'm
mode
not gonna
where you can,
fucking
like,
do
pose
that.
your guy and then just take pictures of him.
I'm not going to do that, Craig.
I did it for you. I posed my guy. Just for
You
you.
posted your figure for me?
Yeah, I did.
All 5
Multiple of them. 'Cause I have many dudes.
But they have that cutscene. You know how it showed all those Gundams with like the lighting behind it and the eyes and stuff. That happens before every mission before you launch, and that was mine that I sent to Craig right there twice.
That's really creepy looking.
Oh, I like it.
The red
I
eyes.
always have a theme color. I have a favorite color. Green's my favorite color, but as a favorite color combo, I really like black and red.
Did you add any of like the massive extra stuff onto your dudes?
Yeah, anything that boosted melee, that's what I added.
There was like bonus stuff that you could like just attach to them that did nothing.
I didn't mess. If it added
There were,
extra
like-
melee
There
damage,
were
I
like
did it.
giant boosters that you could put on
Uh-huh.
them, and I put some of those things on my guy just to be ridiculous.
Yeah. Anyways, new Gundam Breakers. What do you know about it, Craig? Who developed it?
I have no idea.
You know,
I know who published it, and that's pretty much it.
Who published it?
It was a Bandai Namco. As far as I know, the reason that they named it New Gundam Breaker was partly because
They wanted it to break out into the European American market.
that, and because a new studio took over for this game.
What is that studio? I mean, we
Breakers
could
3.
find that conversation.
I honestly don't know.
Here, let's just.
I tried looking this game up on Wikipedia, and the first thing
That's
that
the problem
it did,
right
like
here.
it fucking just like cycled back to just like the list of Gundam games. Like they were like, yeah, there's no real information on this. It's just a
So
thing.
Bandai Namco games.
Wikipedia only acknowledges that this game exists, and that's about it.
Let's look at Steam. Steam's got to have more info on this.
Steam wouldn't have shit except for like reviews.
No, it should have some stuff. Developer right there, Crafts and Meister Co. Ltd.
Ugh.
So if we go to Crafts and Meister, this is the only game they've ever done.
Yeah, I would believe that 100%.
At least on Steam. Let's look at online real quick. Crafts and Meister Co. Copy link
Paste.
text.
Search.
And this wonderful game, wonderful studio, Crafts and Meister Co. There we go. We got a Wikipedia page. Is a Japanese video game developer. Formed in 2004. See?
Oh man.
Capcom employees, Noritaka Funamizo and Katsushiro Sudo left the company. And okay, the studio was
And then it
formed in
went
2004 when those two Capcom employees left the company. At the start, it had 8 employees. List of games. Oh, look at that list of Crafts and Meister's games. Look at this.
They have more than one?
Yeah.
All right.
Just not on Steam.
Super Dragon Ball Z. All right.
Yeah, you go through that list because you
all
might
right.
have played some of those.
I haven't played that one. Mobile Suit Gundam Quiz, which sounds fucking horrible for the PSP. Publisher is Band Presto. That does not surprise me. Mizuro Blood for the DS. Never heard of that. Code Geass. Lost Colors. Looks like they just fucking make games off of fucking anime. For the PSP. Some Full Metal Alchemist game for the PSP.
Oh, so it sounds like this was their break into
So
console
that's-
gaming.
Fucking... No, they did a PS2 one. That was the first one.
Oh.
So they just went mobile for a while. Star Driver, Earthseeker for the fucking Wii, Gundam Breaker. So they made the first one. Oh no, is it a port for PS3? I don't know. Mushi Bugyo, Casting Voice, Freshness Zombies. I don't fucking understand that.
Wow.
Oh,
Such
never
a,
mind. This is the company that made the Gundam Breaker games. They just, I guess, decided to make themselves shitty.
Well, it sounds... I don't know. No, I thought that they had a different studio.
I don't know. I guess not.
Anyways.
Gundam Breaker 2, fucking Simple DL, Volume 37, the Kyonin Hashi. Punching Girl for the Android.
Nice.
Gundam
Yeah.
Breaker 3, and then New Gundam Breaker.
Knew that'd get a
So-
reaction out of Schweiss. As soon as I heard it.
Good times.
Yeah, anyways, yeah, such a storied and full list of games under this studio's
Yeah.
belt.
I guess.
And then
yeah,
they
fucking...
come at us with New Gundam Breaker.
I was looking at fucking reviews.
Not very much online for its development to research.
Yeah, for the reviews for it, because I was looking at it on Amazon, which is where I bought it, because it was like $11. It's like, yeah, I mean, a Gundam game, like, looks like the one that I kind of want to play. Gundam Breaker 3 is, like, apparently the best one, but it's like $50. This one's like $11, so of course I'm going to just try
It's new
try that
Gundam
one.
Breaker.
Yeah, and it's the new one.
Exactly.
And so, I was like, you know what, okay, I'll try it. And then I regretted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the fucking reviews were like, yeah, this is nowhere near as good as Gundam Breaker 3. It's like, well, I mean, I'm only paying $11 for it, so it can't be that shitty.
All right, so I guess we can launch into the story here of the game. Not too much about development online available. That no one wrote a Wikipedia page about it. At least not yet.
So the story is essentially that you're a high school student who goes to a school dedicated
Transfer student. Yeah, transfer
to
student.
building.
A lot of I
Gundams.
found a lot of these Japanese RPG type games start out that way. You are a transfer student to this new school.
It's because you can't have any history there, I guess.
Yeah, because you're just right. You're not starting a new day. You're not going with a whole bunch of friends.
But for some reason,
And
you
then
always
transfer
know
students-
somebody there.
Right. And then there's always this like mystique around transfer students too. For some reason, do they not get transfer students a lot?
I guess not.
Uh,
Maybe nobody moves.
So there's always this like, oh, transfer student, awesome. So yeah, the school apparently is dedicated to the elite craft of building robot models,
Yeah.
Gundams.
Little
It's
plastic
dedicated
models of
to
Gundams
building-
from various Gundam anime.
So
So for
they-
some reason, Gundam is extremely popular in this world, in this universe. And they had to build a school around building the models of this
So they just
hyper
build
popular
models?
They build models,
Yes.
and then there's
But it's also a school.
There's also it's also a school
but
dedicated
the school
to building.
is secondary
Yeah,
compared to
I
building
actually
the models.
during the whole game I never did any schoolwork. It was
Yeah,
all
there's
all
none.
taking your models and then fighting them using some sort of like virtual reality machine.
Yeah,
So
they have
you-
virtual reality machines where you like basically plug your model into it and
Yeah.
then it creates it.
And so
inside
how
the
you
world.
build your Gundam outside of the game affects your gameplay in the game.
Yeah.
So and your
Whoa.
paint
Yeah.
job and the pieces you
it's
have.
a game within a game.
And so
Wow.
it's the super elite, super fucking vicious school. And you get in, you get going to school, and you're in there, and you're like, oh, there's actually a problem at the school. See, what happened is it used to be fun, the school, because everyone loved to build Gundams and fight, but the student council was challenged and beaten by super powerful Gundam team, and they
became the student
the student council.
And then they were like, no, nobody can do anything unless they're strong.
Exactly, and so if you win fights, you guess you're right because you're powerful. And so now it turned into winning and being strong is the same as being correct on everything.
Yep.
And so, oh no, now people can't go fight their Gundams whenever they want.
Yeah, then nobody can have fun because they have to be
And people
they have to
have
have the
lost-
permission of the student council,
They
which
just
they can't have unless they
Have
beat
lost the sight of what
people.
Gunpla is really about, and that's just really friendship and love and putting
and
love
then,
into your model.
and
work.
then just building your model.
You know what this school sounds like to me?
Demonetized. That's what it sounds like to
yeah,
me.
demonetization of our podcast. No, it sounds like the Pink Floyd music video where they're all just miserable and like
Yeah,
shitty.
no, exactly. The kids. And
That's
so,
exactly what this is,
and
dude.
so it turns into like the people who are strong and win bully the other kids, blah blah blah. And really, like the naming conventions for these characters is great. They did a lot of this, development of characters in the story because you have the main bully. I forget his name, but I guess at this point it doesn't really matter because I forgot his name. But then you have bully A and bully B who are with him.
Yeah.
and that's their name. And then when you go to fight them later, they are
There's-
bully
they're
A and
literally
bully
like
B.
8 named characters in this game.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Actually,
And,
there's probably like 12 because all the chicks.
Yeah, surprisingly,
there's
a
like
lot of chicks.
3 dudes,
that
and
are
you
in the
are
story.
one of them.
Yeah,
No, 4 dudes, and you are one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
and then anyways, you and your former childhood friend and the and I forget what they call
Former
it. The leader
school
of your
president.
class.
Wait, I thought you were a transfer.
Yeah, you're a transfer, but you're friends with this one girl back in childhood.
Oh, okay.
And then you moved away, and then you moved back.
No. She moved, and then she went to that school, and then
You moved there, too?
and then you moved there. But that was like elementary school. But now you're all high school students, and she had been
okay.
going to that school, and you're transferred there in your second year.
Oh,
of
I
school.
had someone like that from when I went from Springville to Provo.
Yeah.
All right, a stalker.
Yeah, and so she's there. You're being shown around the school by the class president for your class.
Is it a chick?
Yes.
She's super hot. How do you answer that, Cameron?
This is anime, remember?
Well, I mean,
So they're all young, and
And they're in
anime.
high school.
yeah, okay. So no.
And so she's showing you around the school. You see one of those, these bullies going around bullying, and then you do this like Gundam fight thing. You're learning as you go with your previous, friend too. And then you guys get together and go, we're gonna fight for what is right. We're gonna overthrow the student council and create a resistance group within the school. Yay! And then I think that's pretty much the whole story. And I stopped paying attention to it after that.
Yeah, because the rest of it just becomes which chick do you want to date? And I'm not kidding.
As
about
everyone's
that.
high school experience turns into.
Literally, okay, so the game's story missions are set up as you do the first 4 missions as like a setup for your group or whatever. You like fight the other models as a team. You create the team, and then from then on, it's like various routes, and you have to pick which chick you want to be as your partner, and then the game ends with you dating that chick. So literally, whoever route you go down is the one that you're choosing to date.
Wait, Craig. Do you mean roots? as in
No.
roots, bloody roots, Craig?
No.
Why are you obsessed with demonetizing our stuff?
You don't even know what that means. We're not making money on this anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, we
All
are.
we're doing is
making
making
all the
certain
money.
that we can't ever be on Spotify.
No. Basically, they call them scenarios, and it has like a fabrication of a story before you can get into that fight.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
just
you're
a
just slowly
bunch of
going through the
stupid
ranks
shit.
of bullies and people who are in charge of stuff, and you slowly use if you're strong and you win, you're in charge role all the way up until you get to the last fight, and you fight the student council.
The old might is right.
Yeah, and then you try to convince the
Mentality.
student council president after you beat the living shit out of him that being that way is wrong. And he's
then-
like, but you're the strongest, and you said that, so you must be right. And that's literally the game.
Keep what you kill.
Yeah.
They use the might is right all the way until the end,
Yeah.
and then they use it anyway to convince the guy that they're right, that that's their wrong way.
And so, yeah, that's pretty much the story. You are a transfer student. They pick you. They pick you to be the leader of their new resistance group, and you can try to resist them. Like, no, I think you should do it. And they're like, you know what? Thank you for it, but no, you're fucking leader.
Yeah,
you have no say.
Yeah, you have literally no choice. There's no choosing.
Pick the guy
anything
who
in this game.
literally does not know how to play it.
all
Be the leader.
all the different little scenarios, no matter whose route you go down, are exactly the same, except for there's a little more focus on whatever chick you pick.
Yeah.
That's the only difference, but they're the exact same.
Okay.
Nothing changes.
Yeah.
So it's literally just
that's the story.
choosing which chick you want to date
It's riveting.
as you progress
And then,
into this.
and then once you've liberated the school,
fucking
it's
stupid story.
I think somehow you and the girl you picked together in tandem are now the presidents of the student council.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and then now the school's happier and people
Yeah,
are building
everybody's
their
happy
gunplay
now
with
that-
love and happiness.
Now that you
because you
ruled
have to
the
put
world with the iron
you have to put
fist.
love into your creations in order to have the extra something in
You
order
know
to
what I
win.
put into mine? The best shit. That's what I did.
And it does make it easier.
It wasn't love. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
It was hate fucking.
Wow. That's a pretty fun time too. I mean,
Yeah, and so
All
that's
things considered.
pretty much the story. Yeah, that's the whole thing.
all right.
I beat it in like 3.5 hours.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right. So what would you guys give the story then out of 10?
A 4.
3.
Okay, 3.
Yeah.
No, 2. Yeah, no, 3.
You're gonna both go with 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think giving a 3.
I mean,
said-
I feel like it
Said
should be
4 initially. It's up
I
to you.
feel like it should be lower, but the fact that it has like some semblance of choice.
Who knows? Someone might actually get enjoyment out of the story.
I honestly have no idea who this game was made for.
yeah.
People who
It's
love
like-
gunplay, who
it's
know
l-
all the stuff in and out.
But it's also like a dating game, and I don't fucking understand that.
it's not a dating game.
It's a visual
You
novel
can't-
dating
you
game
can't
with
s-
fucking Gundams mixed into it.
Persona 5 was
It's
more of a dating game than
fucking
this.
weird. I mean, yeah, because Persona 5 allows you to have choice. Your only choice in this game is like, which underage girl would you rather bang?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's no actual physical contact between the characters. Besides
yes,
the
there
one
is.
time. Just once.
There
They
is,
let
though.
themselves slip and they hugged once.
No.
No.
What storyline did you get more?
With the childhood friend, and then there's also a little bit more with the glasses chick.
Like, what do you mean a little bit more?
You guys are caught like under the desk.
What?
Yeah, dude.
What was happening underneath that desk, Craig?
I don't fucking know, dude.
Craig, what
don't know.
did you do?
I don't know. I don't know what my guy did.
Can't implicate yourself anymore?
I guess not. Yeah, my guy just fucking did something.
Huh.
Yeah. And they
Okay.
were like, "Oh, what are you guys doing?"
What was the answer?
Something. They were doing something.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, how does this game play then? I mean, we saw a little bit
All
of
right.
Mm-hmm.
gameplay, I
Gameplay.
guess, but that was only the mech
The
stuff.
gameplay is pretty rough.
Yeah, it's
It's not polished in any way. It
yeah.
kind of feels like a first draft.
It's kind of hard to like. The lock-on system, by the way, is so fucking bad.
It's fucking
So
awful.
so anytime you want to change your camera angle, so you can actually look to where you want where you're going, right? The camera changes angle very slowly, and so as you're flying around and stuff, and you want to look where you're going, and so you pan over. It takes a minute, but you eventually look where you're going. Well, that's also the same control, your right stick that controls who you're targeted on. And so if you're targeted on someone and you want to pan around to look a different way, you're now going to lock on a billion different things as you're doing that, which then changes your camera angle back to the new thing you're targeted onto.
Ugh, jeez.
Yeah,
So
it's pretty
targeting
bad.
is so fucking bad.
And it's a lot worse when you have the targeting boxes on, because there are these little boxes that are strewn throughout the maps that like
I
gives
still
you,
don't know what the purpose of those are.
They give you points and they give you like a little boost to like health and stuff or whatever. It gives you like the ability to use like your superpower is what they do. And then they're also like part of the missions.
Okay.
just
Yeah,
to
well, yeah, part of the
break
missions.
the
But I
shit.
didn't know that the numbers came out of the
Some
box.
of,
I
some
know
of
what they
them
did.
also drop parts, but that's pretty rare.
And then yeah, so basically you get into the gameplay. You get into these matches where it's 3v3, but it's not death matches. You basically have different objectives you have to do that come up sporadically. You'll have a neutral force that'll appear in the middle of the fight, and sometimes the goal is to kill 4 of a specific type of the neutral force, or to kill 20 of them all together. Sometimes special characters with a special piece will unlock. You have to go claim that. And so you're doing these tasks and trying to get them done before
And
the
they
enemy
get-
team gets them done, and you can
Yeah.
still fight the enemy team at the same time.
So basically, you're fighting each other while their
Yeah.
little missions will pop up, and completing the missions will give you points.
Yeah.
And you're trying to end the game with having more points than your opponent.
Yeah.
But that honestly doesn't fucking matter, because the main goal appears, and it's always defeat this character. And once you defeat that character, you win, even if you're
Yeah.
behind by 40 points.
And so a part of it is, your little action figures. You're on the ground shooting each other and stuff, and parts will fall off. You can actually go throughout the game and pick up parts that have popped off of other characters, and you can then put them on yourself, or you can go recover them to use those pieces later to make a new build.
Okay.
To change up your Gundam, what they do, the weapons they use, their stats, and blah, blah, blah.
That sounds kind of cool, that part.
Yeah.
I
So-
mean, that is the best part.
What do you mean
Yeah.
fighting, like getting points? How does this work? Like, are you in an arena? Like, what?
Yes,
You're
there's
like in
an-
office space is
There's there's a few levels. There's an office space. There's like a moon base one where like a ship crash landed, and I fucking hate that one. And then
Remember,
there's
you're all just
a
small
fucking,
toys too.
a desert area, and then like a mountainous range, and basically you just kind of fly around these things trying to complete missions, like destroy a certain amount of boxes. Random enemies will appear that you have to like kind of kill, because they'll be trying to kill you and your enemy at the same time, but they're super shitty, so they won't really do any damage. So you're just killing nothing enemies, kind of like how in like Dynasty Warriors, there'd always be those like really shitty dudes that you just mow down.
Yeah.
It's basically like that.
So is that those are the guys that you get parts from, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can get parts from the enemies that like the main enemy team, but you have to like break the pieces.
So
off
those
of
are
them.
probably the better ones.
So there's like a break
Can be.
mechanic that where you have to like
Yeah.
break the pieces off of your enemy by shooting a certain part of them or by hitting them with certain spots. But you have to have like it's a kind of a percentage to be able to break stuff off, and some weapons will have a higher break percentage to like.
Yeah, and then
stuff
as
like
you're
that.
fighting and you don't die, you're charging up your break meter. And once it's all charged up, you can use your like inner frame power to do lots of damage to surrounding things and do different moves and stuff. And you can choose from several different inner frames, and they change basically
there's
what
like
you focus
a
on
speed
for
one, a
for
defense
damage.
one, like multi-type one, and then like a attack one.
Okay.
And then like all your different pieces will do things that will give you certain moves that you can do by like pressing R1 and then circle or triangle, and then it'll give you like
Yeah, and
a
you
random
can
move.
basically
to use.
you can learn new skills too and use them and assign and change them out too depending on your frame.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and some of them have like a certain amount of uses, and other ones will just like recharge over time. And so you just have to kind of compete for points, but again, they don't really matter because you only have to beat the main enemy at the end of the level. Because like at a certain point in the game or the time, the main enemy will be like, all right, now let's fight these guys for real, and then you actually fight them, and then once you defeat them, then they die.
Yeah, and then killing the other members of the team, they'll just respawn like 4 or 5 seconds later and be a part of the game again. Don't know how many points it gives you to kill the enemy team, actually.
Killing the enemy team doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, so there's no
it
point.
just stops them
Unless you
from
have to stop
completing
them from doing
missions.
stuff for a small amount of time.
Some of them,
And
like
then
there's some missions where like there's secure like a special part, and you have to kind of kill the other enemy who's carrying it in order to get them to drop it so that you can take it to
And then as you're playing the
recover
game,
thing.
the enemy team AI is like, it's really random. Sometimes they'll kind of ignore you and just do the other missions and stuff. But other times the enemy AI, like the whole team will aggro on you and just fucking punk you until you're just gone.
yeah,
go to town on
Yeah, it's like
the
random
AI
how aggressive they are against you.
Yeah, it's
That's
really
annoying.
strange.
Yeah.
Like I played a couple matches where like at the very beginning they'd like do nothing but attack me, and then they'd just like leave me alone and kind of stand there being like, what?
Yeah, it's really random, like how hardcore they want to go after you. And sometimes you have really bad scenarios just because they won't leave you the fuck alone. And you're just trying to, complete missions and stuff like that. And then your team's not helping you. You're getting, 3 of the enemy team on you alone, and they don't do that to your other characters. And your other characters are off trying to do whatever, whether or not if the AI is smart enough to actually complete the missions or not. And they just leave you the fuck alone. And
Sounds
you're just left, and you're just left alone, being fucking just destroyed by the enemy team, like all of them.
Sounds like really bad programming.
Oh,
Like,
it's
terrible.
so fucking
It is.
bad.
The game is honestly, it has an online mode, which is honestly what the game was entirely made for. Everything else has been thrown in. Like the AI is just be like, oh, we were just gonna put this in here just to kind of fuck with them, I guess.
Just
make
to give it an offline mode.
just to give it a
Offline
story
mode to
because
find parts and to build parts and stuff like that.
because that's how you play online is by competing for points.
Did you guys play
Whereas-
online at all?
And
No.
we only had one copy of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's kind of what it's for. Is like you're supposed to compete for points, but in the storyline, you don't do that. You just kill whoever is the main enemy that you're fighting at the time, which is 90% of the time that one main bully kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bully A.
Well,
Yeah, then you slowly
named
go through.
bully and then bully A.
And
Is that what his
B.
name is, or is it actually?
And then later...
No, his name isn't named bully.
Oh, that's
he
too bad.
actually has a name.
That'd be so
actually
cool.
That'd actually be comedy. at that
Yeah,
point.
it's like underscore named bully.
Instead of being funny, that'd be comedy at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But then later there's a part where one of the girls who comes out, who adds herself to your group, she's like, I can't get any of the paint supplies for my Gundam because there's this one kid who has them all and won't share. And you have to go beat him up. So he shares
Yep.
the paint supplies.
With your Gundam.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
wow.
it's everything's solved through this
Through
virtual
force.
reality gunpla
Man,
fights.
dude, I want to make a game that's like that, but instead you just play cribbage. Like, it's like, you fucked my girlfriend. Yeah, well, she's mine now. cribbage board.
Oh, God.
This is the school where they play cribbage.
You know, funny enough, that's that probably has room to be a game.
You son of a bitch! How could you do that to me? Just like flips out the board. It like flips it out like a butterfly knife. And then you pull out your deck of cards, and then like the screen cuts in half, and then like does like a sweet zoom in on the board, shows like 7 different angles of the cribbage board. There's a panoramic camera view around it, and then like you draw your cards. I kind of want to do that. That'd be fucking. I would play that game.
Of course you would.
Hell
It would
yeah!
just be like you
And
should
then
just
every
do like a
fucking
bunch of
cribbage,
board
it'd
games,
be
like
like
backgammon.
it'd probably be like 100-hour time to win game.
Yeah.
Just because how long cribbage matches take. That's
Yeah.
probably like enough time for 4 matches.
And you can customize your cribbage board too. Like, you can get like the one that's just a 29. It's the highest point hand. Like, get all sorts of different custom boards, custom colors, paint jobs. Hell yeah, dude. That would be a better game than this game, I bet.
For
You guys would learn how to play the
Because it would just be
points.
cribbage.
Yeah. Cribbage with like an angsty teen high school drama story behind it.
It doesn't even have to be a good drama story. It could be just like fucking. In this high school, the cribbage tournaments are tool.
Yeah, cribbage is
a
king.
nationally recognized event.
Yeah.
And then it used to be a fun game until the cribbage masters.
Yeah, they ruined the game, and it's your duty
And
to
they've
make
been
it fun
winning,
again.
and we're tired of them winning.
Make cribbage great again.
That's literally what this game is.
Make
It's literally
Gunpla
just
great
make
again.
Gunpla great again. They should all be wearing like.
Make Gunpla about love again.
Yeah, it'll be called the high school will be 15 for 2.
It would still be manga hats too. It would just be.
Yeah. Make. What's that first egg? You said MAGA hats.
It would be
Finish
like
it. Finish the acronym.
I don't know.
Maga hats.
Make all Gunpla all right.
Make all Gundam games.
Yeah. Something I don't know.
It's not. Yeah, you failed.
Yeah,
Make a
I wasn't
Gundam
even
again.
thinking.
What about that? Make a Gundam again? No.
Mga. Make Gunpla again. Mga. Make Gunpla great again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to work on your hat slogan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I swear to God, if Trump doesn't run on Make America Great Again, he's going to lose. That would be such a fucking cool thing. We're going to make America great again.
Times 2.
I think he would do it too, because he did buy Jeb Bush's website and like transfer it to his. It was a reroute.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's a
So
dick
fucking
move.
funny.
Yeah, it is funny. Anyways, the gameplay, real highlight of the game, real reason
Cribbage
to play the
aside.
game. Actually, it's the collecting portion of the game that's the highlight of the game. The
Okay.
reason why you play the game, part of the gameplay. So in between scenarios, you can leave the single mode to go to setup mode, where you can then customize your gunpla, pick pieces to kind of go around the play style you want to play. Choose your inner
There's like a
frame.
bunch of different weapons. You have like a melee weapon,
And then
a long range
and then
weapon,
paint
the
and then
parts.
paint your gunpla
yeah.
and color scheme.
Gunpla?
Yeah. So
That's what
gunpla is the
Gundam
name of
models are called.
building the model. So a gunpla is the model.
Is that what it's called in real life?
Yes.
Okay.
But
And
yeah,
that's what they
like,
call it in the game too.
The painting is kind of weird in there. You can like make your dudes look metallic. You can add like damage to them and like other shit to make them look like
Yeah.
it's specifically how you
And
want.
so I went with metallic black and metallic red with red glowing eyes.
Nice.
What about Metallic Ka? You have that in there?
No.
No. Yeah.
Yeah,
Weak.
and then I had the original Grandpa Gundam shield still, but I made that all black with a red cross on it.
I had a. It was like the missile shield or something like that.
Yeah, from those guys. Yeah,
Yeah, it looks really stupid, but like you can shoot missiles out of it.
I
which
never
was really
figured
helpful.
out how to fucking use the shield weapon.
Really?
Like, how do you shoot that?
You just it's like one of those R1 plus something else buttons.
Okay.
That's literally all it is.
Because I had the Gatling shield for a second.
Because so when you go into the menu and you're customizing your robot, you can only choose like one. Each piece is connected to like a certain part. Like your legs will be like R1X,
Mm-hmm.
and there's like 3 abilities that your legs could have, and so you have to like select which one you
Right.
want to be the thing that you have for that thing.
Obviously not necessary to win the game.
Yeah, it's not really necessary, but it's kind of nice when you know what the abilities are. Like, I had another little weird shield thing from one of my Gundams that, like, shot missiles out of, like, pin missiles. So you'd, like, and they do, like, a decent amount of damage. And then I
Yeah.
had, like, the charge beam, which did a fuckload of damage.
But anyways, with those neutral forces that come in, if you see them, having armor pieces or a weapon you think you'd like, well, go fight them until they drop the thing that you want to take back with you, and then run to the recovery box. You can recover the items you want, so you have them outside of the game.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you lose,
All
then
right.
you can only take 3 with you, so you have to, like, replay some of the levels like a shitload
Right.
if you want to get all the pieces you want from specific Gundams.
Okay. Did you do that, Cameron?
No.
He
I
beat it
found
in, he
found
beat
a
it
build.
in 3.5 hours without doing anything extra.
I found made a build that worked with what I wanted, and I had most of the pieces to one of them, and it kind of matched the gameplay I wanted to do, and so that's kind of what I went with.
Called it
And then
good.
if you pick pieces for color, you're stupid because you could color it whatever you want to fucking color it.
Yeah,
So-
before I realized you only had to go down one route, I was playing like all the different characters.
Yeah, I only went
I was,
to down
I
one
was
route.
going down all the different routes for all the chicks until I realized that that's not how the game is set up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just pick one girl and go all the way, go the distance.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like as soon as it started adding more girls, I was like, "Oh fuck!" And then I just couldn't do it
Yeah.
because apparently after you beat all the levels, get a S rank, and unlock all the girls and beat all their campaigns, there's another girl that gets added, so you get even more missions.
Joy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Joy.
There's so many anime girls in this game that you can associate
You
with.
can play with under the table.
yep,
Yeah.
And get caught under the table with.
yep.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's the gameplay, the gunplay.
All right. Well, what are you guys going to give gameplay?
So
out of
5
this
is
bad boy?
average, right?
I suppose, yeah.
Like an average game
It's-
for gameplay is
it's-
5.
It's an
It's
I would
midway,
say
yeah.
7. It's more average.
7 would be a
5
C.
5 is like
5's like an F.
No, well,
no, it'd be like a D plus.
4. 4 is what I'm going to give this game.
Okay.
For
I mean,
gameplay.
we should do that. We
4
should
is,
have
4 is right.
5 is average, but mostly we do like 7 half the time. Well, I do. I've been a real loving host this year, but 4 out of 10. Wow, that's not very good. Especially if the story is 3 out of 10. That's
No,
a bad combination.
It's really not, dude. The fucking targeting makes it.
And that's probably the worst part
Ass.
is your movement isn't very fluid. It's hard to move around, and there's like no quick like dodge move to get out of the way. And then if you want to
Yeah.
actually look to where you're going, you change who you're locked onto or what you're locked onto.
Yeah, and it's a lot worse with the boxes on. Like that's literally
Yeah,
a thing.
then again,
and they-
those boxes that are scattered around, I still don't know the fuck
There's
they're
literally
used
an
for.
option-
It will target on them unless you turn that off.
Yeah, there's an
And so
option
now
in the
you're not only
settings where you can
looking
turn
at
off targeting
enemies,
boxes.
you're also targeting things that don't do anything but sit there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really bad.
This is bringing back like Crystal Chronicles, Crystal Bears memories of just the worst targeting in the world.
Oh, dude, it's super bad. And then, like, the levels are set up in such a poor way that, like, it's kind of really hard to tell where things are.
Yeah,
Because, like, you have a little mini map that will kind of give you an idea of things,
but you
it
don't know
doesn't-
if it's up or down.
yeah,
level.
it doesn't tell you if anything's up or down below. And on one of the levels, there's like on that moon base one, there's a little fucking like hidden nook where you can go up to like another hidden arena like up above.
And you need to
and
get there to
that's-
beat the final boss. for
Yeah,
the
and
game.
there's like an
for that
enemy
level.
that you have to go up there to fight. Otherwise, you'll lose the game because you don't know where that is. It's fucking stupid. And it doesn't tell you anything about these maps. You play on them like once every now and then, and it doesn't like there's no like little exploration bits or anything. There's
And
not
then
like, hey,
playing-
try looking over
Playing this
here.
game
or
online, if that's what you're going to get it for, I would never want to play their fucking G Cube because that's what they call the match that you play. It's called G Cube. I'd never want to do that. It'd be straight up TDM for me.
yeah,
That's the only way I'd ever play it. Because playing against those little quests you do in the middle, no, fuck that. Hate that.
I think you can still get the pieces from playing online, but I'm not sure.
I just TDM. That's all I want. And then sound music.
Yeah, soundtrack. I'm not impressed with that song. It made me.
That's
uneasy.
the best song of the game.
I don't even
Are
think
you
it's
serious?
I don't even think it's in the game.
It's not in the game. It's just in. It's like in the credits in the beginning, and that's the best song of the game. Otherwise, there's really no soundtrack to the game to speak of.
Yeah, it's like a
The
little
sounds
bit
are very
of there's like
standard.
little ambient sounds. Occasionally they'll play like the theme of like a Gundam game for like 2 seconds, and then that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's as deep as it goes.
Like there's no. It kind of just sounds like they have elevator music that's like the lowest par, shittiest elevator music they could get, and they're like, "All right, that's the soundtrack."
Yep.
Wow.
Voice acting.
They hired somebody's
is-
cousin to like give them an ambience sound background.
Voice acting's all right. Just sounds like the standard voice acting here in like an anime or something like that.
Yeah, they all just
Standard
sound like
Japanese
little
voice
Japanese
actors, yeah.
girls in an anime. Yeah, I can't.
So you can't complain there.
Yeah.
Standard
I can't understand what
Standard.
they're saying, so I can't critique their pronouncements or anything.
pronouncements.
I said it that way on purpose, just so you know.
I'm sure.
I did.
You can't make fun of them there pronouncements because I can't understand a goddamn word they're saying.
Exactly. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I guess that sound and music probably gets a 6, 5. No, let's go with 5.
Yeah, a 5. There's no points for this for the music. It's
Graphics and design.
Yeah.
Anime.
It kind of looked like shit, but I mean, I guess it's
But-
anime.
it's a visual novel piece of shit.
Yeah, it's a visual
for
novel.
like half the thing, and then it's like weird cell shaded stuff for the
So one thing that
for the Gundams.
I how the story plays out. Each girl character has maybe 3 or 4 animations, and that's it.
Yeah,
They have 3 or 4 different animations as as you're listening to them talk and text scrolls by, and depending on the mood of that, especially if you don't understand what they're saying, and like you could construe that embarrassed anime girl face in very many different ways.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they have like 4 little reaction things to whatever's going on, and then they have like 2 little special sequences for when you're, about to bone down on them.
I did not play the same story as you played.
Hey, I
What is this? Did my girl just not put out?
You picked the one with the big puss face.
he chose
She liked it that way.
the sadist.
So there's this one, the class lead or whatever, right? She's a very calm, a very collected, put together girl type of thing, right?
Okay.
But then when she fights, she turns into like the cackling maniac.
Oh man, so
So yeah, you know what?
and Cam wanted that in bed, so
Yeah,
that's why
yeah.
he chose her.
she just like becomes the witch and like Snow
That's
White
exactly
and
what they
just-
called her.
Yeah, dude.
Her nickname was the witch.
Oh really?
Yeah, she's like the Witch of Solemn or something
Solomon,
like that.
yeah.
Oh wow.
That's what she turned into. And like as you're fighting, I'm like, that cack. Yeah, okay, well,
I want that cackle to gobble up my cock.
no.
Let's turn
no,
that cackle into a cockle.
No.
Is that just when she gags on it?
Yeah.
No. She's the one.
cockle.
She's the one who becomes in charge though. She's the one who like brings out the leather when you're least expecting.
Oh,
It's the type
okay.
of thing.
And then she doesn't give you a
And, like
safety
she's very
word.
nice. She's very nice and stuff, like very unassuming. And then until when that happens, you're taken off guard because it's just like these are not the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice. That's good. It's good
yeah.
time.
I knew that'd get him too.
Yeah.
We know who Schweiss would pick now, I guess.
Okay, and then yeah, it's just like her animations. It's just okay. That's like she has like 3 or 4 different animations when she's in game, and they're all just very all right.
Sexualized.
So you can take them that
Yeah.
way very
I mean,
easily.
Honestly, I'm just gonna give it a 6. Like the 6 points are for the customization stuff that you can do.
5.
Like,
There was enough variation. There was literally only a few different animation, not even few different pictures you get to look at per character.
Yeah,
They did not develop that part of the game at all.
That's true. You know what? Yeah, give me a 5 because there's only like 4 maps too.
Yeah.
They didn't really. They put all of the animation stuff literally into the Gundams and building them and stuff, which is cool. But they literally fucked over every other part of the game visually.
All right, that's
Okay.
fair.
Yeah.
Final category, second gameplay category, in a lot of ways, replayability. How likely are to replay it? Is there any value to
I think
replaying it?
the
There
replayability is probably the strongest thing about the game.
Yeah, there's a lot of replayability about the game. There's like 8
It's just
girls
if you
that you
want
can
to.
choose between,
But
for,
this
like, the
isn't
story. So there's a lot of replayability.
A score if you want to
there.
replay the game. It's just the possibility of replaying and the reason why. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's kind of both, I guess.
yeah, a little bit, but there is a lot of replayability. You have to like replay missions in order to get the S ranks, which gets you like extra. Like,
And honestly,
the best
getting these
bonus
S ranks
pieces.
is not hard to do.
Yeah, you get bonus pieces for doing it. You get like
As long as you're not getting fucked by the enemy team right away, it's not hard to do.
yeah, and then you want to just replay the missions just to get the pieces that you want from the specific Gundams because
Yeah, if
each
you
mission
like
has different
portion-
Gundams. So in order to collect all the pieces, you'd have to constantly replay some of the missions.
Yeah, the strongest part is building your Gundams and designing them. And that's probably the biggest thing is just finding all the pieces and building the ultimate gunpla. And then if you like the girl-oriented story missions, you could do that too.
Yeah, 'cause
Every
there's
time
a
you say
few of them.
gunpla, it sounds like you're having like a stroke. Like you just like gunpla, and like half your face just slouches down, and you just like don't complete whatever word you're trying to fucking say.
That's the name for it in the game itself.
God,
too.
I don't like that. I don't like the sound of that.
And
what
that's the
it
name of the
is.
craft.
Sounds like stroke. All right, well,
But yeah, there's other than the customization and the replayability for gathering the stuff to customize your stuff, that there's literally nothing else.
If
to
this was a better game,
If
it'd
it-
have a better replayability value just because of all the content that's there.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
is a ton of content to just replay the game, but the game is kind of shitty.
So I'm going to
there's
give
like
replayability
no
a 6.
point.
The reason I'm giving a 6 is because there is more to do in the game. That's it.
okay.
God damn it! I'm gonna do that too. 6.
Really?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Going to match me all across the board, Craig?
I guess. I was thinking about 5, but I was like, there is like fucking.
Oh,
200
is there now?
There's-
Tell me more about the stories you went down.
There's like 250 Gundams that you can gather pieces for, or something like that. So there's like a shitload. Although buying the pieces is fucking ridiculous because they require absurd.
I never
amount of-
found out where you
amounts
could
of
buy
money.
the pieces from. I never found it.
It's in the library.
never
I don't know
went to
why
the
it's in the library, but it's in there.
All right. So, final thoughts, I guess, on new Gundam Breaker.
It's a game.
It is a game.
so deep.
Well, there's not much more to say about it. It's
It's
a game that
exists.
feels like it shouldn't exist.
It's a game
It's
that
a game that feels like it was marketed to some
a very
niche
small subset of people.
Yeah, it's, some people who appreciate poor visual novels and poor Gundam gameplay.
All right.
So
Would you recommend anyone picking it up?
No, not really.
only if they're an absurd fan.
I mean, if you
of
like Gundam and you like Gunpla and you like
I would say
that,
just get.
if you're
Gundam
looking
Breaker
for
3
a game
is
to
from what I've
satisfy
told.
that large, fucking robot fighting, don't pick up this game. This won't do anything for you.
Yeah,
Okay, wow.
they're not even big robots.
Yeah, they're fucking
Yeah, they're
little
tiny
figures.
robots.
Tiny, bro. They fucking got the meta wrong. They're supposed to be fucking huge.
That would honestly give it one more point.
You guys literally fucked up the entire thing that it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be giants, but they're not. So
You're just
minus the
basically
point.
making a video game about playing with toys.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, there's other video games that do that, but better.
That's true,
I
yeah.
remember Sergeant Soldiers, or you play as army men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was more of a tower defense, right?
No, the one I played wasn't.
Oh, okay. All right. So what is it? What are the scores?
Well, Story, 3s across the board. Gameplay, 4s across the board. Sound and music, 5s across the
Jesus
board.
Christ, Craig.
Graphics and design, 5s, 6s.
I guess
across
those
the
are
board.
the most because I'm the one who picked them. Of course, those are the most reflective of the actual category. But
Oh yeah.
still, come on.
Yeah, it's for a total of 23 out of 50 each. 46 out of 100 for the official Nude Clan review of
Oh
New
wow! I think we
Gundam Breaker.
rated it higher than it should have been rated.
By like 1 point.
What is it,
I think it's 45 on Metacritic.
43 on Metacritic.
So
Damn it.
3 more points.
3 points higher. Push Square gave it a 2 out
I
of
gave
10.
it too much leeway in replayability.
Yeah.
All right,
Perhaps.
Drop it down 2 points for
That's
me,
too late.
and
It's
1
set in
point for
stone.
Game.
It's set in stone. Let's not mess with it.
It's all right if you guys like it more than everyone else. It's fine.
Fuck off!
If you like it more than the average individual.
We begrudgingly gave it points.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. All right. So, yeah. Cool. That's not a great score.
No.
That's one of the lower ones this year. Probably not the lowest, but
This year,
certainly will be lower than...
in the 40s.
I feel like we had some others that were pretty bad, too.
You'd think we'd have a list of all the games we've ever rated somewhere, right?
Yeah.
You'd think.
I should pull that out, but not right now. Not right now.
Now's not the time.
No, it's too
Not-
soon.
When we're talking about it, that's not the specific
It's
time.
not
when
yet.
That would be
We have
appropriate
to
to pull that out.
No, you have to pull something like that out when it's completely irrelevant to the discussion.
Okay.
Yeah, so cool. Don't buy the game, I guess. It sucks.
I
So,
mean, it was like $10. If you really want to, I guess go for it.
yeah.
If you're buying the game because you like Gunpla, just fucking buy Gunpla and do that instead. That's a lot more fun.
It's not as cheap though.
No, no, it's not.
It'd be very expensive to have 250 models.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the time to do it, and the willingness to be the guy who has 250 models in his living area all around
It's true.
and painted.
Yeah, that would basically seal your fate as a single man.
Yeah.
All right, so cool. That's it for our review. Guys, Hog League, the draft has been completed. This is the week, guys. This is the week everyone gets to catch up. So log your hog. You guys too, you little fuckers. Go in and log everything that you've forgotten to log up to this point. So everyone starts over fresh. Everyone's at 0 points for the season. And then we start week 1, and I'll have the matchups next week.
Can I log this game then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Log everything that you haven't logged yet, and then going forward, we'll count the points in the matches.
Okay.
So this is like a preseason.
So what he told me is don't log anything until it starts, and then I'm just going to log this game and forget everything else I've ever done.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, it's the same difference, right?
I suppose it's sort of cheap. So here are the teams, though. We got the Step Motherfuckers, Schweiss's Sweatmeisters, Rominger's Rompers, the Most Offensives, which actually I took a personality test, and I am technically, according to that, more offensive than Joe by a good amount. In case anyone's wondering.
Are you sure about that?
That's what it said. Yeah, my agreeableness and my something else were way low. And Joe's are pretty low, too. But mine was like 0.
I just like how you say things and they blame Joe for it too.
That's true, yeah. That
So-
just proves it. Like, but you gotta be charismatic and the most offensive. Because then they
Well, okay, but
Put
Joe
the
is
blame.
also super neurotic, which a lot of people can't stand.
That's true.
So that adds a little bit to
the offense.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I am less offensive, just slightly. So we got the most offensives, Joe's team. Matunica's Heroes, obviously Matunica's team. A for Last Place's team, A for Extreme. The Dukes of Death, that's a new team. It's going to be run by Thy Death Sword. The Doesn't Counts, Jake's... Dukes of Death isn't Death Sword, that's someone else. Doesn't Count, the Death Squad, and Abrac Cracks the Whip.
Then who's the Dukes of Death then?
You know,
Which team am I on?
you... So here, I'm going to go through all of the teams and their members.
Oh,
So you guys know whose team you're on. It'll be real fast. I'll go as fast as I can. Step Motherfuckers, led by Angry-Ass Black Dude, has Irat, Digimass, David Portnov, Stevie Houdini, Survivor 7, I'm Listening, Jay Breezy, and Black Dog. Rominger, Dylan Rominger, Simon Parker, Felicia Nomiko, Brad192, Krinatal, Sir Rajtaj, Dilshad, iBanshee, and Ramaludu.
Ramaludu?
Yeah. My Sweatmeisters, hand-picked. Fun to Mop, True Hoax, Skull Haiti, Allybug, Ganty the Great, M. Bastion,
Wouldn't everybody's
Welsh
team be
Reds,
handpicked?
Titus the Nephew. Yeah, but I picked them because they're all on Twitter. The Dukes of Death. I guess this is the Death Sword one. Death Sword, Death Wife, Kabatakon Duke, RJ Krause, Black Mage Justin, Scott Spot, Beaver LA, Spidey Man, and Amerline 1. Abrac Cracks the Whip, Abrac, Alec 1020, Stegarrock Bonsack, El Pumo, Jack Scott Cold, R. DiGiorgio,
The team I named doesn't want me.
Poop Sniffer, Spooky Ratuki. Yeah, Abrac knows better.
He was cracking the whip, but it didn't help.
He like sort of shook the whip at me once and then gave up.
Yeah, and then you stood up and you're like, "You want to go, little man?"
No, it's just like how do you engage someone who just like, whatever, I could or couldn't. I don't care about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that doesn't count. Jacob Wright, Winterdisa, Igloo Smasher, Kirk, Tristan 123, The Tur, Magic Carp, Exterminator 13, and Cab 2013. The most offensives: Joe, Player by Nature, Troidal Power, Altered Destiny, Materia User, Black Chris Games, Whippage, Immortal 142, and Espen. We already list Immortal. Am I crazy here? No, it was Amerline. I know both of those people. Not like really, but anyway. A for Extreme, Arrow Beer, Takioki, Bobberts, Undead Care Bear, Deathlike Flatulence, Machete Facelift, Ty Jackson, and Man Jug. That's a good name. The Chase Squad. Chase, Cubby, sorry. Cum Cam is what they wrote down here. Lycan of Light, Hail Blue, President, Kingzilla, Engage, Waka Waka Waka. So Chase was like obsessed with the collectibles. I told him he was collecting the Planeswalkers, like the Nude Clan hosts, and so he started collecting all of the hosts on all of the shows, except for the ones who were, of course, team leads. And Batunica's Heroes, I guess his name is going to be... He said it's fucking... we're not going to do that right now. Matunica, Keo Live at Home, Porcupine Racer, Ice Storm 181, Arlen 82, Evil Nemo, Oblar Gag, JM Toho, and Jim Toho and Jim Tho. I think those are the same ones. So good luck with that. Those are the teams. Guys, get out there, list your hogs, get your shit taken care of, catch up. We'll do 1 week of catching up and just logging all of your backlog stuff. And I'm going to get on you guys that are on my team because I intentionally picked everyone that was on Twitter. I tried to pick everyone that was on Twitter and who I've met or I've had like a lot of interactions with. So I will get on you. And you two should log your fucking hog because, like, come on. It's ridiculous. We also have so in 2 weeks from now, or no, next week, we're going to review Castlevania Season 2, the Netflix series, right? And then 2 weeks after that, we have Blood on the Sand with Caleb, Greg, and I. 2 weeks after that, we're going to do a special game that we haven't picked yet, actually, but it's going to be one of the games that have been gifted to us, and we're all three going to play and review it. And then 7 weeks from now, we have an Uber game that we've decided. That's going to be our next pick. So what are you guys nominating for said Uber game? Craig gets 2 picks this time, and I want to hear what Craig's got.
I'm going to go last, fucker. I got 2 picks.
Well, I don't want to pick something that you're going to pick.
I highly doubt you're going to pick what I'm going to pick.
My picks are based on...
Are based on my picks?
Yeah.
God damn you.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, what do we have? What? Okay, look, you do one of yours first, and then do the second one last. How about that?
All right, my first one is Astral Chain.
Astral Chain.
Yep, it's the new game that came out for Switch by Platinum Games.
Ooh, is that the one you think is going to win?
Mm-hmm.
That's your win pick.
Huh. Okay. Well, here's me fucking burning this card. I'm going to pick Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Okay. I am going to pick Baba. No, I'm just kidding. I won't pick Baba as me.
It's Baba is you.
Baba
not
is
Baba
you.
is me.
Well, Baba is you, but like if I say that, then you can say Baba is me because I said it was you. No, I won't
But Baba
pick that.
is you. It's telling you that you is Baba.
No, I won't pick that. Cameron will get super pissed.
It's just a 4-hour game.
It'll mess with his mind.
It'll change everything. It'll reprogram you from the ground up. A complete new Cameron. Stronger, faster.
I just remember seeing this
Baba
one dude
or-
on fucking YouTube
Baba
playing
or-
through it and just how fucking painstaking
The video
it
is-
was.
Yeah. I
But
loved
that guy loved that video, or he loved that game.
Did he in the end, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Loved it.
Nice. I kind of loved it, too. Not
That
gonna
video
lie.
is pretty funny.
I'm going to choose Sekiro.
Okay.
Shadows
Interesting
Die
pick.
twice.
Interesting pick.
Yeah, I know we wanted to go through all of those games, but it's kind of getting to the end of the year, and I really want to have a solid Game of the Year pick, and I've only played 3 games that have come out this year. I should probably remedy that, so that's why I'm choosing Sekiro for my pick. What is your final pick, Greg?
All right, my second pick is Judgment.
Judgment, huh?
Yeah. It's made
Fuck
by
is
the
that?
same guys who did the Yakuza games.
Okay.
It's basically a combination of that and Phoenix Wright.
Oh, nice, okay.
Yeah. You play as a detective, and it looks pretty fucking awesome. So that is what I'm going with.
All right. Well, that is live. Go on to the Twitter. You can go to @NudeClan Podcast. That's where you can find all of our tweets about the show. That's where you find our poll. You can tweet us individually, though. You can tweet me @UFF Podcast.
Me at Obsidian Bar.
Me at Nude Clan Cam.
That's how you get a hold of us. We've got a forum as well. It's nudeclan.net, and you click on the forums. You can contact us there. There's a contact page. We look at those occasionally, and sometimes I'll talk about them, sometimes I won't. That's another way to get a hold of us. We have Facebook, facebook.com/NudeClanGaming. That's nude spelled NEWD because Facebook is a bunch of censoring cunts. You can please give us a review. Give us, your money. Fucking patreon.com/NudeClan podcast. You can support the show there. You can also buy stuff through our PayPal link or our Amazon link on the website aforementioned. You can donate directly through PayPal. audibletrial.com/NudeClan. It's a fucking great program. Audible, love it. Craig spends so much time in there. It's a good time.
I really have.
It's good. It's great. Show you numbers. Show it off. Best thing you can do, though, tell a friend. Listen to the podcast. We have a couple more things. I have 3 reviews. First one from Scotland, the UK, from the Leviceptra. 5-star review. Love this podcast. I'm going to give him a British accent just to make him mad. Listen to every episode. Cheers from Falkirk in Scotland. Not what he sounds like. But hey, you know what? You're British now, so suck it up. Sadly for you. USA. All right, there's a couple here. 5-star from Balls Out 9999. Review more games, please. Review more games, please. In return, I'll leave juicy messages and questions to answer on After Dark. Thank you.
Do that anyway.
You should do that anyway. We have another one here from Max Saldner. 1-star review titled Unpleasant. Maybe don't joke about death claws or football players raping you and the like.
What?
I don't know what he means by death claws.
Death claws are the creatures that are in Fallout that are really hard to kill and really freaky.
Some might have been Kill Craig who said that.
Did we joke about those, though? Like, I don't remember any of that. I remember joking about a
I
football
think
player
we talked-
raping us.
I don't remember that. We talked about
You suppressed
death
it.
claws in when we were talking about New Vegas a couple times.
What's
And-
the nut to
in
joke
Fallout
about?
4.
I don't understand that, yeah. First of all, okay, so maybe don't joke about really means,
Joke about it more.
yeah, grow up, it's a joke. If you can't handle that, then you're going to have a rough time in society. Because, well, we're, this podcast is listed as a comedy podcast, and
plus,
comedy's off limits.
we have that thing at the very beginning of our show that tells you that we're immature and that our show is disgusting. So you guys shouldn't expect like family friendly behavior.
Yeah, if you want a safe space podcast, there are millions of them out there.
I wonder if there's a podcast called The Safe Space.
Oh, dude,
Dude, we should make a safe space podcast.
and it's super
And
unsafe.
it's not safe. It's
Yeah.
not safe.
Oh, that is a fucking great idea.
Oh.
Yeah, so yeah, you can go fuck off. Comedians are necessary, and they're supposed to push the line. They're supposed to toe the line of what's acceptable and what's not, and that's the kind of their point, you know.
Yeah.
And
Loose definition comedian.
yeah, loose definition comedians, but yeah, that's kind of just dumb. I don't know why people are like, "Oh, you shouldn't joke about that. It's not funny." It's like, really? Because the joke was funny, and you're just a pussy.
I don't know if it was a joke. I think it was just Caleb said something about Deathclaws raping you, and it's just.
Well, they do. There's no other
And I could
fucking
just-
definition.
And I could just.
of what
It wasn't
Death
probably
Claws
presented
do.
as a joke. Besides just talking about Deathclaws.
Yeah, like what does that bother?
It wasn't
you?
even
I
a
don't know.
joke. It was just probably just
See,
said.
I like getting critical reviews, but when they're retarded like that, it bothers me. Or like we had one on Ultima the other day that was like great until it wasn't 1 star, and it's like really great until it wasn't, and now it's just absolute dog shit. Like all of the greatness that you thought it was before is now dog shit. Like these fucking
They
people
said
don't know.
something that offended me, so now
You
it's
people
bad.
don't know how to fucking review stuff. Like
He wants to know exactly what went wrong.
I do, yeah. Make it constructive. I mean, this guy at least tells us that he's offended by our jokes, and that just means he's a fucking puss.
Well,
I mean, you can be offended
All of
all
our
you want.
jokes.
We're just gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, and the thing is it's like that's just not for him. That's fine. We can't really do anything based on that. That's just a lost cause, right? Because I can't not be what I am, which is going to be joking about shit that's going to bother a lot of people.
Which is, being an asshole.
Yeah,
It's just what it is.
That's just what you are.
I took this test. I gotta, fucking live up to it.
Exactly. It said I had no agreeableness, period.
It said
so
I was mildly racist, so now I gotta show that off occasionally.
Yeah, I got to show off the racist
I just
card.
gotta be who I am. I mean, this test said so.
Exactly.
I can't deny who I am inside.
So that's just whatever. Those I can get, but it bugs me when it's like really critical and then they don't say why, really. If they said, like the one told us we were mildly homophobic and racist. No, it was mildly racist, homophobic, transphobic.
So
I'm trying to figure out.
I'm trying to gather that it's mildly the racist, but just homophobic.
That's what we
There's
spent,
no
like-
mophic in the homophobic.
Yeah,
it's homophobic.
We spent like 10 minutes really dissecting what he meant. Like, are we mildly homophobic and transphobic, or are we mildly racist, definitely homophobic, and definitely transphobic? The comma really threw us off. Yeah. So, guys, leave us a review. Can you tell us what you really think?
Wait, there's only one comma when he was listing things?
Yeah,
That's just bad grammar.
I know. Yeah, I know.
But see, if you had more than one comma, then the mildly would be the same modifier in all of them.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It would be on.
So
all
we would
three.
know. I would know. Okay, just tone down on one thing. Definitely tone down on the homophobia. If I'm only mildly racist, I can kind of get by and be like, "Well, I was taken out of context." You know? But if I'm definitely homophobic, I mean, how you gonna combat that, right?
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta come out. That's the only way.
Yeah, it's like I can't be because I'm gay. I'm also black.
I can't be afraid of myself.
Yeah, I can't fear or hate myself.
I mean,
right?
that's actually a valid fear, right? I mean, if this is why we're going about phobias.
Yeah.
Is it one? I'm sure it is.
Fear
What
of
is
the self?
What is the name of that?
I don't know.
Baba is
Oh,
fear.
wait, no, I want to look it up. Yeah, Baba is fear. Baba is the definition of fear.
Fear is me. I am Baba. Yeah, what are you looking at?
I'm looking up what the fear of self is. Oh, yeah. Autophobia. All right.
Oh, that makes sense.
yeah. Fear of oneself.
There we go. Yeah,
There you go.
can't be autophobic.
So, like, but
Mildly autophobic.
Combining that with homophobia, what would that be? Like homophobia?
Autohomophobia.
Autohomophobia?
Yeah, autohomophobia. I'm
Is it-
afraid.
is it-
Fear
is
of
the
myself
fear-
being gay?
That describes it perfectly. Isn't that just everybody though? I mean, like, fear of my own homosexuality. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I can't control it anymore.
I'm so afraid.
It's overpowering me.
Oh, my God.
It's my only personality trait now.
I mean, that's probably why they have, coming out of the closet as being a thing.
Yeah,
You're afraid of your afraid of it.
Auto-homophobia.
Then you wouldn't,
Just gotta leave it. You leave it in the closet.
Jesus. Wait, what's the fear of closets? We gotta look that up now, too.
All right, hold on. Well, it would probably just be claustrophobia. Since it's
So
like
it
a
would be
small space.
auto-claustrohomophobia. You're afraid
fear
of coming
of,
out of the closet. The fear of coming out.
no, but it's I don't know.
I don't know, though. The claustrophobic
Well, yeah, it
isn't...
doesn't
You're not
quite
afraid
fit.
of coming out. You're afraid of
Afraid of
being
small
in.
spaces.
Yeah. Which I get. I mean, Jesus Christ. There have been times where I've been stuck under something and I start
Yeah,
freaking
I don't
out.
get that until I can't move my
Yeah, it would
arms
just
really.
be
Then I
claustrophobia.
start to freak out a little bit.
Yeah.
Can't move my arms.
Yeah. If you can't... Like, that would... To me, that's the
Yeah,
worst way to
mummy
die.
bags took me a second to get okay with.
Yeah. If you can't... Like, that would be the worst way to kill somebody is to bury him alive, I think.
Yeah,
That would be fucking horrible, especially if you didn't have room to like try to get out. Fucking no, dude.
Yeah, back in the day, they used to bury little bells. We'll have bells at the headstone and then have a string going into the coffin. So if you really weren't dead, you could ring the bell.
Yeah.
Imagine going through the cemetery at night and just hear that bell ringing.
Yeah, that'd be kind of freaky. It just reminds me of the Dead by Daylight days. Just ding, ding, right behind you. Yeah, I don't know if I'd like that. That'd be a fucked up cemetery job. You're like, oh, fuck,
And
another
then
one.
it's not coming from a newly fresh grave.
Yeah, it's like the grass is grown over, and you're just like eyebrow raise. I'm not digging that.
Wasn't
fucking
that like
hole.
a thing? I think one of the there's a horror movie that kind of had that in it,
Where they undug?
where there was like the bell, and then all the bells started ringing in the graveyard.
Oh, nice. That's pretty. Yeah, that'd be freaky. That would suck, though. I mean, like, it'd be really freaky the first couple times, and then afterwards you would just be like, fuck, really? God damn it. Can you just fucking, like, figure out when someone's dead and not dead? You just got your shovel, and you're over there just, like, bitching the whole time. You're digging, and it's like, fucking, God damn it, these fucking people. Like, just raging as you're unburying this guy who's, like, fucking raping the little bell thing. He's like, oh, my God, get me out of here. I'm not dead, man. I'm not dead. Yeah. That's a weird... It's a weird thing to have to do. And then you'd be like, well, I mean, I could just kill him. I could just fire a couple
live by
rounds.
That double tap roll just burned me.
Yeah. Then you're dead for sure. And if you're alive, you'll be awake very quickly. So you can.
Nah, maybe. Yeah, just
Depends on how incinerators really work. I mean, are they like instant flashes of hellish inferno? Or do they burn you for a little while?
I don't know. We'll have to look up the science of that.
Just like a fucking blast, and you just obliterate.
I think if they're gonna incinerate somebody, they leave the heat on for a little bit, so it will immediately be super hot, so that it melts them very quickly.
Oh, so you would just die then if you weren't
Yes,
dead.
because it burns them to ashes. So I think they do it as
But
quickly as
nowadays,
possible.
you are definitely dead before they roll you into one of those
That's true.
autopsy and stuff like that and
Yeah,
whatnot. So
we don't have those mistakes really anymore. I would assume. Of course, if it's a cremation, I guess we wouldn't know. Just instant, like you hear like a and it's. Did you guys hear that?
No, just the gas is steam.
the
steam
fuck
is-
was
Yeah,
that?
it's just the steam. Hey, the body sometimes just expels weird
Just
sounds.
a
and it's-
fucking screech, and it just sounds like a fucking tea kettle. It's like
Somebody gonna get that? Yeah.
I wasn't making any tea.
Yeah. I heard it smells like French fries too. That sounds awesome. No, cremation. The fat smells like a deep fryer. I'd be like,
I don't know how that would smell like French fries.
because fries are deep fried in fat.
So I'm never going to smell somebody getting cremated.
Yeah,
Just
it'll
won't ever smell that.
It'll ruin fried foods for you. I bet
Fried foods almost ruin fried foods for me.
half the time, yeah, they're just
Yeah.
kind of disgusting. So the cremation will just put it in the grave. All right, well, cool. I guess that's it. Yeah, get your hog ready. Oh, no, we have the drawing. One last thing. Fuck. Always one more. Uno mas. It's not just one moment, though. All right, who wants to draw it? We got the drawing for September 2019 right here. Hit the hat. Stephen Huffman. Congratulations. You have won. We have games for you.
You have games.
Last month's winner did not claim a prize either. I believe it was it Troy? I believe it was. I don't know, though. I don't know.
I guess we can include that copy of 50 Cent. Next month we'll have mine as soon as I'm fucking done with it.
Or was it Chase? Let me look. I've got 2 Augusts in here. I didn't actually... No, it was Troy. Troy Kavanaugh. We owe you a game, and we also owe Steve. Well, whoever I just named. God, fucking ads on the
Steve
stupid
Huffman.
app. Yeah. Stephen Huffman, congratulations, man. Super exciting. Contact me. Let me know what consoles you have. I have Joe's big bin of games. I'm going to have copies of 50 Cent Blood on the Sand flying out of this
we're gonna have fucking
motherfucker.
3 of them. One of them a Japanese copy, so you can have them trophies.
Exactly, yeah. So we got that. We've got another Digimon Cyber Sleuth, actually, in the house.
Do we?
Joe's copy, yeah. We never got rid of that one. So that's there. Legend of Dragoon for PS1. We've got that. Yeah, lots of good options. Let me know what console you have, and I'll give you the list of games that we own for it. Both of you guys get in touch, and we'll get those out to you. So thank you for the support, everyone. Thank you all, Patreon donors. We really appreciate it. It helps us keep things running over here. So I think that's going to be it for this week, guys.
Enjoy the nude.
Time to get good.
Live always in the nude.